Hey everybody, this is Gary Kay, and you're watching a special video version of my Rants and rAVe podcast, and I'm with one of my favorite guests of all time. You guys love him as well. Every time we do podcasts together, we get lots of great feedback and lots of views. We're here to introduce a brand new product that you've probably not seen before. Only a few people have seen it, rAVe Con. Hey rAVe, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Happy New Year, Gary. Good to be back with you.
Yeah, it's exciting to be here. I love the PanaCast product line. It's real simple. It's innovative for the size. And you've just launched last week at CES a PanaCast 3 camera officially. And you'll be, by the way, who's your guest there?
Yeah, my friend and colleague is Yash Gupta. Yash is the Director of Engineering for Camera Systems Development.
Hey, Gary, good to be here.
Good to see you again. Yash, you did a great job. The PanaCast 3 is even smaller and even nicer looking, and you're on it right now. It looks, the video quality is great. So first off, show us the PanaCast 3 camera.
Yes. In fact, Gary, I'm going to do it a little different if you'll permit me. You may remember PanaCast 1, right? This is PanaCast 1, and then, PanaCast 2, right? And so now, here is PanaCast 3.
Looks kind of like a stealth fighter, the stealth bomber a little bit with the
stealth bomber, yeah. That's an interesting analogy, because in fact what we did is we made the optical head 40% smaller, because as you know, with multi-camera arrays, the closer in you bring the cameras, the better the performance. Right. So one big advantage from that is now we can get as close as 18 inches and you won't see any of the disparity lines, the parallax lines in between. Now, by the same token, though, we needed to put the audio further apart to make sure the audio stayed good and even better. And so now the audio went 40% wider. So that's
I'm curious about that. But speaking of audio, real quick, I have a question. Do you have any analytics on what percentage of the people who are using your camera are actually using the audio versus a third-party audio system?
Yeah, great question. We have informal data. I wouldn't say we had analytics, but more than half. Typically in a huddle room, I'd say yes, but then anything a little bigger, then they definitely go with other audio.
Yeah, well, this will actually grow your audio capabilities because the microphones being farther apart will actually help with the array.
That's right.
Thank you. That's exactly right. That's the hope. We've got a great pair of microphones and a good audio DSP in there. And the other standout feature I was going to ask Yash to show you is that we've now got 3 13-megapixel cameras in this device. Right. So the amount of raw.
What is the raw resolution of that?
Right. So, the cumulative resolution that we have in all the sensors is close to 40 megapixels. Each sensor is about close to 13.2 megapixels resolution. So it's very, very high resolution. And then, that allows us to do something really interesting, which is, you can really zoom in a long conference room. So what we'll do is first we'll completely zoom out so that, you can see how much the video can be captured in this room. We can be, anywhere in the room. And
how big is that room?
It's about 20 feet wide, maybe about 14
25 by
feet
15, I would say.
Yeah.
Okay, so 20 feet wide by 14, 15 feet deep.
Yep.
And I want you to zoom back in because what I think one of the things that people don't catch is the quality. You're not reducing. Normally, when you go on an imager and you zoom into the CCD and the camera on an imager, you're losing quality because you're not using the full resolution. But in your case, you're reprocessing the signal and you start out with a much higher resolution.
Yeah. And
exactly.
Yeah, and not only we do not lose resolution, we utilize the high resolution to give you much more interesting experience. So if you can see, I'm going to scoot aside a little bit. You can see the whiteboard, and I'll try and zoom in further in there, and I'll have to adjust it a little bit.
Yeah, I can see it says PanaCast 1, PanaCast 2, and
I'm going to just
the right. Oh, other way, and
Altea.
Altea Systems. Okay, I got that.
Yep. My bad handwriting. Sorry about that. But yeah, exactly right. So now think about that
because I'm only seeing that now.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right. So I'm going to zoom back out.
And so what Yash just did there is he zoomed in 6 times. So exactly to your point, Gary, when you have that many pixels to work with, you overcome the problem that you're starting to interpolate when you zoom in. We're not doing that. We're staying pixel accurate all the way down to 6x zoom at 720p.
And what we've written over here is in the regular handwriting. There are no big text. It's probably maybe inch and a half each letter. So it's probably about like 6.5 feet from the camera.
Yeah, and so the PanaCast 3 system, how much does it cost? When is it shipping? What should we expect?
So the other thing we've done is we priced it. So, we got the customer feedback to simplify our product SKUs and too many SKUs and so on. We built a very nice articulating hinge into it, and it just needs a single wire connection, USB-C, one wire connection, and it's $895. So we've lowered the price, from $1,150 with intelligent zoom down to $895. And Gary, at the same point, we have about now 1,600 plus companies using PanaCast 2. So it's alive and healthy. It's going to continue forward. And this is lowered now down from $1,143 to $795. Okay. So 30% reduction. So we're really trying to give our customers a really amazing deal, make it the default everywhere. There are 3 unique things we do. We give you 100%, wall-to-wall video, audio, and data. And the data is becoming really important now because we've got customers now starting to use that data and make intelligent choices. Not only, zoom in like we do, but also use that information to decide, hey, if the space is not being used, clear off the reservation. Or save the data and then analyze the data to figure out what's the pattern and seasonality of use of the different spaces, right?
Right, and obviously you have basically APIs, I don't know if that's the right term, so that people can plug into that data and use it how they want in scheduling systems and calendar systems. And how do you, what kind of options are there available? Let's say that you send an invitation, a calendar invitation for 5 people to come to a meeting, only 3 show up. Does the camera kind of recalculate that, or how do you have some intelligence built in there to say, hey, a couple of people are missing, or to reframe it? How does that work?
Yes, so the thing we do on our own is to reframe it, to make sure that we're showing people, like you're seeing, there's 2 here, so we just tighten up the region, right? Now, in addition, that data goes to a service. So for example, our partner in Australia, AVT, built a service where they take that data, and if, for example, a room is booked, they say, okay, wait 10 minutes, see if you see anybody. If the answer is 0, delete the booking. Conversely, somebody didn't book a room, but they're using it, then it'll show that room as being busy in 15-minute increments.
Okay.
Then we have other companies.
That's able to be tied into the calendar system.
Yeah, exactly. And there are other companies also like Extron and a number of others now where they're starting to use it also to manage the door panel, at the door to show if the room is in use or not. You don't need to touch anything. And create a data lake of big data information that you can then look for patterns, right? So for example, if you say, look, I built a bunch of 20-person rooms, but on the average, they're in use with 1 or 2 people, then you might say, hey, next go around, let me break it up into 2 rooms. Or let me try and guide people to go to the smaller huddle rooms versus the bigger rooms.
And when will it ship, and when's it available?
The API has been out. We showed it off in June of last year at Infocom, Gary, and that's been out. PanaCast 3 is starting to ship now. Actually, we shipped the very first order on the 31st of December, just in time for last quarter. We've got a backlog of about 2 weeks right now because we've got just a lot of folks wanting it, which is, awesome. And so we're just building it as fast as we can.
And by the way, I'm an actual user of the PanaCast system, so I'm not just here talking about it. Another thing to mention is that this is not a paid video cast. This is a video cast, so I'm not doing an endorsement or being paid to talk about this. I'm just telling you that I actually use it, and I'm very happy with it. And I think it's y'all have a neat thing going there. And congratulations on the
awesome.
PanaCast.
Thank you.
It's one of the things that I was watching for at CES. Now at ISE, where are you going to be? Are you going to be in Hall 11? Is that where you're going to go? So,
I think it's 13. It's 13. Actually, we didn't get a space in the collaboration one. We're in 13. I think it's education. Okay. And let me just see. I don't have it in front of me, but I can get that information for you.
I might have it. Hold on a second here.
It's going to take me a minute to dig it up.
I do not have it. It's not in my notes. So I'll have to put it in the description of the podcast where you are. And of course, you can see all the products at getpanacast.com, where you can see the 2 and 3 PanaCast 2 and 3 cameras. Of course, they'll be at ISE. We're trying to figure that out where.
Yes, booth number 13.
13 B150. 13 150.
150. So Hall 13, booth 150. Yeah. We'll be there. They'll be there. We're, of course, covering all the ISE show at ravepubs.com/ISE. ISE 2019. I always go the opposite way. ISE 2019. Let me move out of the way so you can get that URL. And of course, you can check out Altia Systems PanaCast product at getpanacast.com. rAVe, thank you for joining me. Love the orange jacket, by the way. It's actually good to show the colorimetry of the camera. But I'll tell you something. You're going to have to get a rAVe to turn on the heat in there because obviously if you're sitting in a conference room with a coat like that, it might be too cold. So you might want to consider
on the energy bills.
That's right. So that's the reason why the price is lower on the cameras.
There you go. There you go. We're working hard. Gary, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thanks for joining me, and everyone, thanks for watching. Of course, go to ravepubs.com/ISE2019 and have a great day.